filter off. There you go. Got my Blackstone oil analysis kit. Number 12 socket. Pick up my adapter. That broken. Get ready to take my oil sample. Let the first half come out. Once you see the flow slowing down, that's when you want to take that sample out. There we go. All right. Don't contaminate your sample. Make sure you put the lid on right away. I'll be sending this off to Blackstone Laboratories. My bike has exactly 600 miles, so I'm gonna figure out what the oil's like. Put it back into its container. And as you can see, I'm using a brand new crush washer, Yamaha oil filter, and Yamaha oil 1040 for my first oil change. So we'll be back after this drains out. Alright, we're back here, and as you can see, the oil is pretty much finished draining. What I'm going to do here is take the brand new washer, crush washer. You take the old one out. Might have to unscrew it. I'll be getting a magnetic drain plug later, or modifying this by drilling it and putting a neo magnet into it. Get that old crush washer off. Get the new one. If you look at it, you can see there's a tapered edge and a non-tapered edge, and what you want to do is you take the flat side and put it there and have the tapered edge outside. Quickly wipe off the surface. There's still some oil dripping, but we can manage with that. Hand tighten all the way. Okay, we got that stopped. Now we can wipe off all the dirt around the oil filter rim and all that. Make sure you get that nice and clean, and don't reuse the dirty side after you wipe once. Fold it. Make sure you got the clean side always. I'm going around this stuff. Okay, now that we got that wiped off, fold it one more time. Okay, got that nice and clean. So I'm gonna tighten the plug. It's gonna take a bunch of spins until you feel that crush washer tightening up. Just when you feel it stop moving, that's when you want to stop. You don't want to over tighten it. See, that's about between 10 to 15 pounds. Wipe it off again. Take the oil filter out. And let's get you turned over so you can see me a little bit better. Now, don't forget to take off the protective plastic. It does come pre-lubed, but we do want to get some of that oil. Just lube it up real quick, nice and light. So, put the oil filter back on there. Make sure it goes on freely by hand. Alright, let me get a new paper towel here. Alright, wipe off the filter. Okay, got that hand tight, even though there's some oil in my hand slipping. Tight as I can. Alright. Alright. You know, you don't have to do it that tight, because when it starts warming up, that rubber gasket expands and it creates a better seal. So we're done there. Now, let's get to filling up that 2 1/4 quart, or however much is going to go in there. So, guys, watch me fill that up there. Of course, I got the funnel ready. You want to level out your bike a little, so what I usually do is I take a 2x4. Put it right under the kickstand, and we're level here. Now, get to the part where I fill the oil up. Got everything ready here. Boy, it's hot over here. It's like 106 degrees. Wow, this funnel's actually slightly too big. So what I'm gonna do here is make another funnel. Alright, we're back here. As you can see, I made a paper funnel because I didn't have the proper size to go in there. But before we start filling, make sure I don't get drips everywhere, I'm gonna tuck this here under there. Keep my body work and everything clean. Now there's my paper funnel. I have the bike set level. I put a 2x4 under the kickstand, so it's pretty much vertical. And then you'll see the 2 level indicators there, low and high. So we want to fill it just to the high mark. I bought 3 quarts. 2.2 is what is supposed to go in. These Yamaha bottles, 1040. Nice. What I like to do is poke a little hole there and a smaller one here for the siphon. Now let's pour in our first quart. Make sure you hold that funnel up. First cart's going in easy. I don't see anything on the level indicator yet. Alright, let's put the second bottle in. Save these bottles. Second bottle in here. Alright, after the second quart, you can see it's between the high and low mark. So that 0.2 should fill it. So I guess this is almost half a quart in between the two lines. Alright, let's get that little bit in there. Let's add a little more. See. Just a little more. All right. Now, as you can see, the oil level. Make sure I have this down. My first oil change was done at exactly 600 miles. And after we have that all done here, let me pull the drained oil back over. As you can see, it's pretty black here. Give you guys an idea of the color difference. It's not that dark actually, you know, 600 miles, pretty clean, but you could tell there's definitely stuff in there. So make sure you do your first 600 mile oil change on time, since the engine is new. Let's get a brand new paper towel. Wipe off the plug cap. Nice and clean. Let's take our makeshift paper funnel that's disposable also. Put that in the garbage. Let's wipe that area off nice and clean. All around there. Yeah, I like everything to be clean. Alright, so no stains. Let's get this all out of the way. Let's get my Yamalube out of the way. Properly dispose of your oil. You could usually bottle it up in your original brand new oil bottles and take it back to Kragen and drop it off for free. So let's start this guy up. 600 mile oil change. I'm not exactly sure how to reset the oil trip, but I'll go look that up on YouTube really quick and I should be able to find that. But my first oil change was done at 600 miles, and let's start it up and listen to it. Make sure it's not leaking. Oh, I sweat. Yep, I keep my microfiber on. No leaks. Make sure we take a look at that. You guys better look up there. Good, no leaks. All right, I filled about 2.2 quarts almost, but as you can see, after I started the motorcycle, it went back down. So make sure after you fill it, you're not low on oil. Good thing I always double check the level. Let's use my makeshift funnel again. Add some more oil. Make sure you put it between those lines. Yeah, I used about 2.5 quarts. Yep, that's up to the line. Just get your eyes back over here. See, I filled it up back to the top line. Let's get you in focus again. I guess I could put in a little more. Just at the line or a little above is good. Alright, we'll let that oil drip down in there. Oh, so I actually used a little more than 2.5 quarts. Alright, let's get that. Alright. Alright, the bike is level. I've ridden it for about 10 miles, but let's start it up and I'll show you what happens. We'll have to fill that up a little more. Again, let's get ready to do this. Put a little jerk tray there. So while the bike is running, you actually want the level to be up there. So I'm gonna put my makeshift funnel back in there. Just grab the rest of my oil. Put a little more. All right. It's perfectly 2.75 quarts in there now. Add a drop for good luck. Okay. Bike is pretty much level, maybe just leaning over about 5 degrees. Here, let me pick it up. So it's just at the top of the window when it's not running. So let me get this funnel out here. Everything's clean. I'll wipe it off again after each removal and installation of your oil filler cap. I do have a Yoshimura Works cover I'm going to put on later once I put the exhaust and other stuff on. So, alright, let's start the bike up again. See how it runs with oil, and let me make it level also. This should be my last step. So it's right at the top of the line. Alright, we look good, guys. That's on the 2x4. Here, let me take the 2x4 off and show you what it looks like. See? That's what happens when you take the 2x4 off. There's no oil there, just like normal. So it's not overfilled, guys. Thank you.